And now we have Ed Hopkins updating us on what's happening in the Spider-Man saga.
This is Ed Hopkins bringing you continuing coverage of the Spider-Man clone saga. Today we will see the story take a startling new turn that will shatter 20 years of Spidey continuity. When we last left our heroes, Ben Reilly, aka the Scarlet Spider, was cooling his heels in prison, allowing Peter Parker a chance to investigate the murders that have sullied his good name. In the giant-sized Web of Spider-Man 125, featuring a live-action holodisc, Peter discovers new clones of Gwen Stacy and Professor Miles Warren. The Warren doppelganger dies in battle with a new Green Goblin, but Peter rescues the Stacy clone. In The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man, Traveler reappears and accuses Spidey of destroying New York City 24 hours in the future. Spider-Man is forced to battle Traveler's host to prevent the catastrophe. In the giant-sized issue 225 of the Spectacular Spider-Man, also sporting a live-action holodisc, Spidey encounters the new Green Goblin, who claims to be a good guy. Spidey is skeptical, but he ends up partnered with the newcomer to battle Fire Fist. The July issues of all 4 Spider books chronicle the trial of Peter Parker. As Ben Reilly faces the court on charges of murder, Peter attempts to bring Kane, the real killer, to justice. Detective Raven and Stunner also have scores to settle with Kane, but Traveler spirits Kane and Spider-Man away to a mock trial in a court filled with insane criminals. After winning the fake trial, Spidey hauls Kane to the real courthouse to help Reilly with his case. Kane is revealed to be the Jackal's first and failed clone of Peter Parker. With Kane in custody and Ben Reilly released, the 2 Spider Guys face a new crisis. Dr. Trainer discovers that the father of Mary Jane's baby is a clone. Is Trainer a quack? Has MJ been fooling around with Ben Reilly? Peter and Ben run a battery of tests on their own DNA to discover that Peter Parker is the clone and Ben Reilly is Peter Parker. That's right, ever since the Jackal made the switch in Amazing Spider-Man 149, each man has been living the wrong life. Peter wondered if this could be the case in issue 150, but we all dismissed it as typical Parker paranoia. And it has been business as usual for the past 20 years. Peter failed to take the loss of his humanity calmly and lashed out at Ben and MJ. Out of his mind with grief and guilt, he became easy picking for the Jackal in Maximum Clonage Alpha, where Peter joins Jackal and Freakface, now called Spider-Side, on a mission to replace all humans with clones. Maximum Clonage continues in the August titles. In Web, the Punisher goes hunting for the Jackal and is thwarted by Spider-Man. In Amazing, Kane tries to join the Clone Brigade but is rejected for being imperfect. And the Scarlet Spider is sentenced to death for being human. In Spider-Man, Reilly faces a horde of clones. Peter recruits the Gwen Stacy clone, and Mary Jane convinces Kane to play the part of the hero. In Spectacular, Spider-Side kills Kane and betrays the Jackal to Scryer. The conclusion in Maximum Clonage Omega features a fight to the finish between Spider-Side and the Jackal, while Peter comes to his senses and helps Ben dismantle the Jackal's virus bomb. The Jackal meets his doom, and the Spider-Men are left to settle their identity problems by themselves. For some insight into Reilly's life, pick up Spider-Man: The Lost Years by J.M. DeMatteis and John Romita Jr. For some news stories that mercifully take place before any of this clone stuff happened, try Untold Tales of Spider-Man by Kurt Busiek and Pat Olive. And coming soon, a Spider-Man-Batman crossover by DeMatteis and Mark Bagley. This is Ed Hopkins, and I'll see you next time on Flights of Fantasy.